I was always thinking that someday I'll become the businessman and so on.
Made it to metaverse. Someone who has started from a small town and now leading the global GCC.
In 1999, something happened. It was a trigger point.
We see everywhere there is work pressure, there is workload. How do you ensure in those pressure time, those 3 C's are aligned and we are not losing the focus?
Three Idiots, there is a very good quote what Amir Khan told that
सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो. सक्सेस झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी.
90% I am focusing on these 3 C's, and these 3 C's are
What is the next thing that as a Welspunite I can expect, our employees can expect? What will be the next phase for us? We have Chitty, we have WelHire. In terms of product, are we expecting something new? And in terms of work, what we can expect next? What is next for Welspun GCC? Hello everyone and welcome to 19th edition of Converse with the Pro. Today's episode, it's power packed one. We are talking about strategy, leadership and a bit of CEO magic. Because our guest today isn't just a CEO, he's a game changer, a people champion, someone who makes even the most complex transformations sound like a well-planned cricket chase. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nitin Jain, Executive Director, Board Member and CEO of Welspun GCC. Welcome Nitin, it's absolute pleasure to have you in Converse with Pro. Your journey from Merit to Metaverse. Someone who has started from a small town and now leading the global GCC. Our viewers would like to know what was your journey, what has inspired you, and what was the lesson that on which you have built your leadership philosophy.
So first of all, thank you, Shreya, for having me here. And thanks to my L&D team also, which is providing such a wonderful platform where we are calling one leader every month. And we are giving the opportunity to that leader that we can share our views with the GCC employees. And I understood that this is our 19th conversation.
Right.
And this time they selected me that I should come in this Converse with Pro. So my journey is, it is very interesting journey. I started, so I belong to Meerut, and I'm from a very humble background. And I think till year 1999, I was the average child. And I was always thinking that someday I'll become the businessman and so on.
Oh, wow.
And in 1999, something happened, and that was a trigger point that I thought that probably I'm not in the right direction, and I should rethink about my career. The situation of the home was not good. It was something like that. We were selling comic just to ensure that the graduation is completed. Then we were selling utensils in the open market. We were taking one meal during the day at 5 p.m. so that we can cover up the lunch and the dinner together. And that was a time in 1999. I just thought, so there were two options with me. The first option was that I should do some service with 2,500 rupees of salary. The another option was that I should focus and I should invest on me. And that was the time, thanks to my mentor, Mr. Ratanlal Jain, who gave me these aspirations that I should become the chartered accountant. And I'm very happy to share that within 3.5 years, I completed the CA. And that was also the story that I cleared my CA by reading under the street lights, because that time there was no electricity at home. We were not having even the money to pay that. My entire schooling was from the UP and the Hindi medium schools. So there were lots of challenges what I faced personally. But the good part is that, yes, I overcome all these challenges and I became the chartered accountant in 2003. And then I think from that time, the focus is always that how I can create the value to my organization, how I can have some innovative ideas for my organization, and that is the time that I moved to this Gurgaon, and I did the job in Delphi. Delphi was the part of the General Motor that time, the Fortune 500 company. And then somewhere in 2008, I joined CNH. CNH again is a part of the Fiat Group, again the Fortune 500 company. And I worked there. And then somewhere in 2019, I came here in Welspun. And then, yes, you know the story and the history of the Welspun now.
Tell us about your first job. Like, I'm really interested in knowing that how did you started? How did you end up getting that offer? Because I know it's not that easy, right? Especially back then in that time. So how did you end up getting that offer? What kind of job profile you started with, and how you ended up, and how did you grew the ladder, right? Right from that first role to the CEO.
Yeah. So Shreya, since beginning, my always focus is that I should not restrict myself in any roles or any profile. Even I became the chartered accountant. Many a times the people think that the end stage of the chartered accountant is the CFO.
Right.
So I never thought on that piece. I always think that in every 12 months or 18 months of time, my role should get changed, or I should get something additional. And when I started my first job, it was Sharda Exports in Meerut, where I worked close to 12 months to 14 months of time. And a wonderful journey. I was managing their the audit part. And within very 12 months to 14 months, I created a wonderful relationship with the promoters there. And because the thought process was the same, that I should learn something new and I should add some value to my organization. And that is a reason that within 12 months to 14 months of time, I created that relationship, the credibility within the organization. And my first job, my first salary, I can share that it was 7,500 per month.
Okay.
But I always believe that salary profile is something which is the outcome. We always focus that how we can create the value.
Right.
The focus should be not on the outcome. The focus should be that what kind of productivity you are giving to your organizations, what kind of culture improvement part you are doing for the organization. And that is something which is the mantra since beginning. And yes, later on, I moved in the MNCs, and then now in Welspun.
Wow, that's really inspiring, Nitin. So, from handling the books, now leading the digital transformation, how did that shift happen? Right? Because it's not easy from a finance background guy to learn about the technology, not just learn about the technology. Right now, you are somebody who is driving the automation in Welspun. So, please, we would like to know that how would how was that shift that has happened from CA to somebody who is now talking in technology language.
Becoming CA, for me, it was not the ending line, it was the starting line. And CA is something which taught me how to be more disciplined. And it gave me the idea that how I can read the numbers. And it gave me the more clarity, it gave me the more purpose. And thanks to my bosses, that in every 12 months, 18 months of times, they were giving me the different opportunities in that organization. And my first mantra, Shreya, was that I should not restrict myself into the balance sheet. And balance sheet is something, of course, it's just the numbers. And I always should focus on the business part. I should always focus that how I can create the good culture. The focus was that how I can contribute in the EBITDA. That was the end objective. And that is the reason that somewhere in 2011, my bosses changed my profiles, and I accepted that. And even I managed such profiles which were not even the relevant for the chartered accountants. And sometimes they told that, Nitin, we want that you should manage this big project of the IT. I accepted yes. Sometimes they told that you should manage the taxation. Sometimes you should manage the shared services and so on. So that is a reason that when the focus is not on the outcome, the focus is always on the learning part, that I should learn something new. I should learn something new every month, every day. That is the reason I enlarged my horizon. And that is the reason the journey, started from balance sheet to the boardroom.
So were there times when somebody told you that you are shifting your focus from finance to altogether a different field, and you might have, you know, you might have ended up taking a wrong decision? Was there somebody who has told you, no, Nathan, you should not go into that direction and grow within the finance domain?
So, of course, there are people, there are good wishers uh, who always suggest that what is good, what is bad from the perspective of that time. But in my thought process, it was very clear that uh, I want to learn something new. I want to add the values for my organizations. I should give at least 4 times of my salary to my organization. That was the thought process. And of course, the suggestions, what I was getting from my well wishers was that, okay, you are the chartered accountant. You should aim for the CFO's role
Right.
rather than the business role. But when the focus was always to learn something new and add the value to the organizations, and that is something this kind of approach helped me to build my career and moved from maybe the finance to the CEO role.
There are very few people who has this mindset, okay, that I'm ready to learn everything and I'm ready to do whatever comes to my way, because most of us thinks that, okay, fine, this is my job, this is what I'm getting paid for, and let me restrict my work profile to this only. So what is your advice to the younger generation or people who aspire to get into a CEO profile, how they can shift their mindset that, okay, fine, you should be open to learn and you should ready to take up whatever task comes to your way?
I think in Three Idiots, there's a very good quote what Amir Khan told that do not focus on the success. Success is the outcomes. They focus on the excellence. So that is something which is a mantra that the people, many a times it happened that the people comes to the office with the thought that they are getting X salary, they are working for the 9 to 10, sometimes maybe 9 to 5 and so on. When we are connected with the purpose,
Right.
rather than the timelines or maybe the um, maybe our activity, then probably we will create the impact. So that is something which is the suggestions to uh, all your viewers that uh, please focus that there should be some me time so that you are investing on you and you are enhancing your career up, you are uplifting your career by learning something new, because it's a growing word. Every day there's something different, something new. The second is the approach should always be that how we can create the value. The approach should always be that whatever we are creating, whether it's product or it's services, the customer should be at the center. The focus should always be that how we can create the wonderful culture for our organization.
Right.
If we are focusing on these 3-4 areas, then I'm sure the sky is the limit for those people. And I'm the real example in front of you that where the journey was started from the small city. And today, yes, we are managing the big operations of the Welspun GCC, and the aspiration is always very, very high.
Right. So you did mention that we should take out some me time. You are somebody who is always busy. Your calendar is check packed, right? So what is your advice to us, or maybe to the younger generation, to everybody who's working with you, how we can find that right balance despite of having tons of tasks in the plate, personally, professionally, of course, right? How we can manage our calendar efficiently, how we can take care of health at the same time, and what is your mantra, how do you manage your work life balance? Maybe you're somebody who is really really busy. We have seen you walking out from one meeting going into the another one, right? So how do you manage your work life balance? Because generally people say work life balance is a myth. So what is your take on that?
Very good question, Shreya. For me, it's not a work-life balance. For me, it's like an energy balance.
Yeah.
And So like personally, my day start at 5:30 in the morning, and it is my me time that I want to focus maybe on me for 2 hours or 2 hours 30 minutes there, and I yes, my workout is something which is non-negotiable and which is on a daily basis. Yes, I have trainer. I just kept the trainer just so that I'm disciplined, because I saw in past that if there is no trainer, then probably we take advantage of that. And when I'm coming to office, even if and that is probably that's the myth, because if you are passionate, uh, then even if you are working 15 16 hours, you will not feel tired.
Right.
And if you are not passionate, even you are working for 6 hours, then you will say my work life balance is very very bad. It's not up to the mark. I think the important part is when I'm saying that there should be balance in the energy, that we should be very passionate whatever we are doing. First of all, there is no small work, there is no big work. uh, it's something, whatever you are doing, you should be passionate, you should feel proud whatever you are doing. And I just add maybe one small story, that when I joined Delphi, uh, my first job, despite I was a chartered accountant, was the I was supposed to do the photocopies of close to maybe 1 lakh of documents, because some
Wow.
assessment was going on. And it took me close to 1 month for that. uh, I think that time what I learned, if you will see maybe the chartered accountant who is doing the just photocopy today, if you will ask maybe someone, they will say, oh no, this is not matching with my role, with my profile. It was not mentioned in the appointment letter, in the offer letter. But probably what I learned that time, when I was doing the photocopy, I was just trying to read that document. And that is the reason that even after 20 years, if I'm looking any shipping documents, any export documentations, probably I'm at par with the SMEs on the understanding part. So the idea is that if you are passionate about your job, uh, then uh, then you will not feel tired. Then you will feel that my work-life balance is good. On the calendar management and on the productivity of any meeting, it's very important that whenever, yes, on a daily basis, I'm having close to 14 to 15 meetings, and it's back-to-back meeting. Initially, I was having 60 minutes meetings. Now I changed the concept that I should have 30 minutes meeting, and the message is very clear to all my team members that when we are having the meeting, we should not have the discussions on the data. The discussion should always be on the outcome. The second suggestions will be in that meeting. The focus should always be that each meeting should end with some kind of outcome. It should not be that it should be end with some actionable. So first of all, in every meeting, there should be some purpose, why we are meeting. There should be the agenda, and at the end, there should be some kind of actionable. And then when you are meeting next time on the same subject, then we should start with the previous time's minutes of meetings. So if we are following maybe this chain, I personally feel that the productivity of such meetings are much better than just having a chit chat in the meeting. So that is something which is my suggestion, to have the productive meetings and to have the better management of your calendar.
Got it. So, since we're talking about productivity and people, there always a tug of war between two. So, how do we ensure that, if we are driving productivity, people are not getting suffer? If we are taking care of people, then productivity is not getting hampered.
Yeah. According to me, people and the productivity, they are not enemy. They are rather ally. And why I'm saying this, like we have a very clear journey of the Welspun GCC. When we started the journey from Vapi, we were just having 92 employees.
Right.
The focus was always that how we can have more productivity. And we started the RPA journey, and then we created the face of this RPA, which was Chitti. And you are right, many times it happened that when we are talking about the automation, the people think that what will happen about their job, because there's a job insecurity. I think what we did there, and then which I would like to just share with everyone, that uh, it's like a management of the change management. We pass this message to all our team members that when we are doing the automation, the focus is that how you can be more productive, how you can add more value for the business. So today, if you are doing the data punching, the data punching should be done by the bots.
Right.
Why you are getting involved? And also, if the business is growing, so Welspun itself is growing very fast. Welspun GCC grown very fast.
Correct.
So if we are growing today, we have moved from 92 employees to close to 700 employees. So we need more people. So in case there is any productivity savings, then we will use that productivity or efficiency, maybe in some more value creation activities, or to add more businesses within the Welspun GCC. That is something what we did, which is a very successful model. And the second is the way the AI, the other opportunities are growing. Uh, in case if we are not efficient, then we will not be competitive. Uh, the competition will kill us. So it's not something which is the option anymore. It is the demand for the business that we are into that business, which is the GCC or the shared services, where the focus is always that how we can be more efficient, more productive year to year, how we can add more values to the business.
Right.
So I think, according to me, it's not enemy. The productivity as well as the people, they are ally.
So we have seen you and in fact heard you multiple times. You're talking about 3 C's, your 3 C's: cost, customer, and culture, right? And today we see everywhere there is work pressure, there is workload, a constant pressure of being ahead of the curve. There's competition in the market, of course. If we'll drop the ball, we'll not be able to achieve what we wanted to. So how do you ensure in those pressure time those 3 C's are aligned and we are not losing the focus?
So I think you are talking about my own KPIs.
Yes.
And when I was not the CEO, I always thinking that what are the important KPIs for any CEO. So of course, when I joined this Welspun and then I became the CEO, I think 90% I am focusing on these 3 C's. And these 3 C's are cost, culture, and the customer. Cost is something which keeps you efficient, and customer is something which keeps you relevant, and culture is something which keeps you human. Um, as a CEO, our always focus is that how we can build the culture in the organizations where people can feel that they are secured, where the people can share their thought process, their innovative ideas, and so on. Customer is something, of course, whatever we are creating, whether it's services or the product, the customer should be at the center. And we are very proud feeling at the Welspun GCC that we are super customer centric. And recently we got the one award, which is the SSON Customer Centricity Silver Award. And why it is important, because if you will see the SSON survey, it shows that India is much ahead in many of the KPIs, such as uh, maybe the productivity, the cost, the automation. But India comes in the bottom two when it comes to the customer centricity. So if Welspun GCC got this award on the customer centricity from SSON, then probably we are doing really good. So that is something important part for the customer centricity. And of course, the cost is something at the end of the day, whatever we are doing, whether it's culture, the customer, and so on, it matters that how it is impacting your bottom line and the top line. So the focus is always that how we can improve, how we can be more efficient when it comes to the cost, so that whatever the services we are giving to our customer, it should be competitive. It should be at the competitive rate. So that is the reason we are always focusing on these 3 C's, which is cost, culture, and the customer.
So receiving so many awards recently, it's itself a testament that we are way ahead of the curve, and we've been doing really good in terms of managing the customers, right, and managing our business, right. Let's talk about the future of GCC in India, what it used to be and what it's now. Initially, when GCC was formed, it was supposed to be something that was cost effective, and the focus has shifted now. Now it's more like center of innovation and center of excellence. So what is the future of GCC do you see in India in 2030 and beyond? And of course, would also like to understand what is the focus for Welspun GCC for next few years?
Again, good question, Shreya. Uh, GCC is, or GCC shared services, GBS, uh, it's growing very fast, and especially in India
Mhm.
because of some reasons like what I mentioned, like one is the cost, the second is the talent availability, maybe the infrastructure and the automation opportunities and so on. That is the reason GCC is growing in India very, very fast. And I'm expecting that maybe by year 2030, there will be close to 3,000 GCCs who will be part of India. Will contribute close to maybe 60% of the total shared services of the GCC only in India. So it's growing very, very fast. Uh, for Welspun GCC, of course, when we started with the shared services, and I'm very happy to share with you that that shared services has become now the GCC or shared services uh, has we have converted this shared services tag to the shared vision, okay, with
Right,
the organization.
right.
Uh, why we are unique? I always have this proud feeling that the Welspun GCC is not the uh, normal shared services center who is managing the accounts payable, account receivable, GL, taxations, HR, and so on, which we used to call as a back office. We actually are calling us as a backbone of the organization, not the back office. The reason is that how many GCCs probably you will found in India who are focusing on the industry 4.0, and we have this proud feelings that we are managing this industry 4.0 where the focus is that how we can improve the efficiency of the machinery. The focus is that how we can improve the efficiency of the blue collar workers. And we have created this, we have built the capability of the GenAI, and we have built the beautiful products for our Welspun group companies, which are actually impacting the EBITDA of the group companies. The another thing is we have built some beautiful products, whether it's for the HR today, the entire talent management we have converted, and which is a very complex subject. Uh, we have converted this the talent management piece into some Gen AI related products. We have created our own HRMS system, which is WelPro. We have created the another tool, which is WelHire, which is who is taking the uh, entire interview without uh, involving any human, and we have removed the human bias from that. And I'm sure that your hiring is also through this WelHire.
Yes.
Even all my CXOs level people, we are hiring through this WelHire. So we have created 8 to 9 different products within Welspun, and we are considering Welspun as a zero client. Means we are using the Welspun platform and Welspun itself, because it's an Indian conglomerate managing 17 different businesses, managing close to 132 different legal entities. So if our product is working good in these 17 different businesses, so we are getting the validation that there is a actual problem statement and there is an actual solution. And now in my B2B SES vertical, we are planning to go outside to sell these products outside the Welspun. So today Welspun is the only customer. Tomorrow Welspun will be one of the customers. So that itself shows that when you are talking about the Welspun GCC, uh, we are little different. So as I told, we are not the back office anymore. We have become the backbone for the organization.
So, from supporting a textile business, now delivering the product, building the solution, the journey might not be easy, right? Because for certain companies, the parent company is itself a tech. But for you, situation was altogether different. Wellspun core business is different. What were the major roadblocks that you have faced while you were driving this entire change from shared services to this capability center of excellence, center of innovation?
So I think you are talking about the journey from 2019 to
Yes,
till
yes,
now,
yes.
2020-25. And I must say it's a beautiful journey. Every day is a new day. It's like every day is a new challenge, or I consider this every day is a new opportunity. When we started this journey, which is in 2018 as a shared services for the home textile vertical, generally home textile is considered as a function where it's a legacy department, it's a legacy functions and so on, especially when it comes to the finance and the other piece. Welspun took a very bold decision by starting the POC with the home textile itself. Okay, and so many challenges, and like any other shared services, there was a challenges from the customer side, there was a challenges from the service provider side, there were challenges from the people side, and there was challenges from the expectation side. And a good part was, or the bad part was, that the COVID also came somewhere in March 2020.
Right.
So but I think that was a time when we shared our actual values to the business, and they realized that why they created these shared services. The actual benefit started during the COVID time, that it's like a faceless organization where there is no movement of the physical documents, where there is no movement of the physical meeting, still the work is happening. And that gave the lots of confidence to my stakeholders as well as to the shareholders, that we should move the other activities and to the other businesses. And then we added the more and more businesses within the GCC. 2021 was a time which was the milestone for us, that we just thought that why we are working as a cost center, we should focus, or we should create our own company, and it should be the profit center. And then this the concept of this Welspun GCC, or the Welspun transformation, came. We just received the capital of 1 lakh rupees. Okay, because that time probably my shareholders were also not very clear that where they want to invest. They just gave me 1 lakh rupees of capital, and in the year one itself, we gave a dividend of close to 4 crores
Wow.
on that 1 lakh rupees. So, and the focus was always that how we can create the more values to the Welspun Group companies, how we can take more and more businesses with us, more and more activities with us. If something can be done through the automations, why we are not doing that? And the good part was that within 1 year, within 1.5 years, we developed close to 150 bots. I think you should also visit our Vapi center, where there's a dedicated seat for Chitti.
Oh.
Because when we did this automations, as I told in the beginning, the focus was my employee should not feel that it's a threaten. The automations, they should feel that the Chitti is the ally of all these people.
Chitti is one of them.
Is one of them, and that is the reason we created a separate email ID for Chitti, the separate email, separate SAP ID for Chitti. There is a dedicated seat. The SLA dashboard is there in front of Chitti, and so that is something we focused. Today, my close to 75% of my invoices are getting processed without touching it, and that is something, and that is a reason that despite there is a wonderful growth within the Welspun Group companies, Welspun is growing maybe with a CAGR of 16-17% per annum. So there is a volume increase of 70 to 80%. Despite that, we are managing all such operations with the same number of people. And our aspiration is that with the same number of people, we should be able to give more productivity, which is more than 200% productivity in the next 3 years and the 4 years of times. So that is something what we are thinking. So what I was telling to you that when we started this journey as a profit center, the first focus was on the BPS services, which is finance, HR, merchandising, and so on. And last year was the year when we started a new vertical within our GCC, which we call as a smart factory vertical. And where the focus is that how we can solve the actual shop floor problem, how we can improve the efficiency, or how we can contribute on the EBITDA, and which is really very, very successful model for us. Within 9 months, we got beautiful results, which is good for the Welspun, which is good for the Welspun GCC, and which is actually contributing in my balance sheet, which is the GCC balance sheet, as well as my customer's balance sheet.
So, since we are growing year on year, right? So, what is the next thing that, as a Welspunite, I can expect, our employees can expect? What will be the next phase for us? We have Chitty, we have WelHire. In terms of product, are we expecting something new? And in terms of work, what we can expect next? What is next for Welspun GCC?
So we are bringing Chitty's manager now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
Any name you have thought for Chitty's manager?
yes, I don't know, because
Maybe
that's
Rajnikant.
and that will be the agentic AI, because lots of
Oh.
people are talking nowadays on the agentic AI.
Mhm.
We are also focusing on that how we can bring the agentic AI within my GCC.
Mhm.
And I'm very glad to share with you that we have already created 7 agents till now.
Oh,
The aspiration is that to have the another 150 agents in the next 12 months of times.
wow.
In terms of numbers, the aspiration is that how we can become the $1 billion valuation company in the next 3 years of times. And lots of investment, we are doing it here. The investment in terms of through the organic way, and the investment can also be through the inorganic way. So the focus is always that how we can build the capability when it comes to the agentic AI, the engineers, and so on. And then that is the reason we created our new office in Hyderabad, where we have built this AI capability, and we are building lots of new products for the Welspun Group companies. So in the next 3 years of times, we want to become the product company.
Mhm.
So we are already launching our first product, which is WelHire, in the market. In India, we are launching this on 13th of November in Delhi during the SHRM. And in case if you will just Google, which is wellhire.ai,
Mhm.
it's like a Netflix model
Oh.
where you can go, you can understand, and you can buy this product there itself.
Mhm.
So that is something I'm expecting, that we are going to have a very good ARR on this WelHire product. At the same time, the smart factory vertical, where we are solving lots of problems of our business.
Mhm.
We are also having the aspirations that we will productize this,
Mhm.
and then we will also sell these products in the market, which will improve the efficiency of the machinery as well as the workers.
Mhm.
So in short, the future is very bright, Shreya. Sky is the limit for the people who actually are having the entrepreneurship mindset,
Mhm.
who wants to do something different, who are very innovative. I think Welspun GCC is the place where um, you can consider this as your school, where we are investing, we are paying all your fee. We just need those people who are just having this mindset and who just want to do something different, something new. I think this is the place, and all the people who are actually the part of this founding stones, maybe you guys, are actually making this history. Because from where we started with just 1 lakh rupees of capital, we have already reached it here, and the aspiration is to reach to $1 billion in the next 3 years of times.
Wow. So talking about upscaling yourself, and you've been talking about investing in people and investing in their upscaling, right? So what is that our employee needs to learn? Is there anything that we need to be ready with? Because Gen AI will come into the picture soon, right? In our day-to-day life, it's already there, of course. But then since you're talking that we'll be using it full-fledged, so anything that we need to know, or anything that, special training that we can expect from the company, because we know you invest a lot in your people.
So this year we enhanced our L&D budget by 300%.
Wow.
Okay, that is something because we really want that we should provide that kind of platform when the people are coming, and whenever people are going out from the Welspun, they should feel that we have added some kind of there is some career uplift in their CVs. Uh, Whether it's beneficial for the Welspun or not, that's not the priority. The priority is always on my people. Uh, I think that's the outcome. Outcome will always be good for the Welspun. That is the byproduct.
Right.
But this year, and thanks to my L&D teams, thanks to Hiral and Pranav, that they are focusing a lot on this learning in the development. Today, close to 5% of my employees' time is going on this learning in the development, and 50% of the trainings are the technical training. So if you will understand the GCC part, then we have BPS, Smart Factory, and the B2B. We really want that my BPS people, where we have a maximum population, they should invest their time on this technical skills, and these people should create the bots. Of course, it's easy for the people who are from the IT background to create the bot, to use the
Right.
GenAI and so on. We are investing a lot on the BPS people, that how they can create the bots, and the focus is always on the adoptions, because many a times all these products get failed because of the adoptions. Many a times
Right.
we invest on the tools, we buy the tools, and later on after 6 months there is another tool and so on. What is different in the Welspun GCC? We are investing a lot on identifying the actual use case, and we are focusing a lot on the adoption piece. And that is the reason that all my tools, whatever we are using in the Welspun, the adoption is more than 95%. So maybe the suggestions to all my team members, employees, is that there is only one thing what I want from my employees, and that one thing is their time. Because it's like a co-creation of this program. From the company side, we are providing the platform. From the company side, we are providing the trainers. From the company side, we are providing the infra. But it's a co-investment. The another investment is needed from the employee side is their time. So if we can marry both, then we really want that the all my employees, they should not be functional expert. These people should be the techno functional expert.
Right.
Because the way technology is growing, there is a possibility that after 4 to 5 years of times, the job profile will completely change. At least the 40 and 50% of the job roles what we have today, it's completely going to finished in the next 4 to 5 years of times. So it's very important for all my functional people that we should update ourselves, so that we are not just the functional expert, we are becoming the techno-functional experts. And we are doing that investment from the Welspun GCC side, so that the people should be relevant when we are talking about the GenAI, AI, ML, and so on. And we are providing that kind of platforms. So we just need the time, nothing else from our employees.
So you're not just thinking about the business, you're also thinking about the people, ensuring that they stand out. They are representing the brand differently, ensuring that they are future ready. And we have seen it in each and every unique initiative that we have in Welspun GCC, that you care a lot about people, right? So, Nitin, let's talk about your personal playbook, how you are building the culture, how you are driving the growth, and how you're ensuring that at the same time this is inspiring people.
I think the important piece is that if the people are connected with the purpose, then the outcome will be completely different. I think my playbook is that, as I told, whatever I do with full passion. And I always feel that this is my own company. I'm not employed here anymore. I always feel that, and even 20 years back, when I was working with some other organizations and I was at the executive level, my thought process was same, that I am the owner and I am the CEO of this company. That's very important for everyone. if the people are connected with the purpose, if the people are connected with the goals, then the outcome will be completely different.
Hmm.
The second important point is that if you heard this, that pehla sukh nirogi kaya, dusra sukh ghar mein ho maya. The harsh reality today is that everyone is focusing on the second sukh rather than the first one.
True.
When the people are behind the money rather than the health,
Mhm.
and there will be one time that we have the money but we can't spend it, or we are spending in hospitals and somewhere else. So my suggestions to everyone will be that if you can keep this your top priority, then I'm sure that you will be more productive.
Right.
So please have the focus on your health. Then the another point is that be customer centric. Uh, Always focus that how I can delight my customer. Uh, when we are into the service industry, I think the responsibilities are more. Um, Create your processes, create your products, services, considering customer at the center. I think the another point is have collaboration. Many times it happens, the more and more you get the growth,
Mhm.
uh, you become alone. Okay,
It's lonelier at the top.
yes, yes. The focus should always be that how we can have the more collaborative approach, because if someone is coming to you, it means the person need you. Rather than telling that it's not my role, it's not my job, the focus should be that how I can solve the problem of that person, even if that area is not pertaining to you. Because when you know uh, there is a time when some decision is uh, taken on your behalf, then there will be 3 4 people who will take that decision.
Correct.
And you don't know who will be these people. So it's very important that we need to work in a very very collaborative way, with all functions, with all people. And I think the last point which I must say that you should be very lazy.
Okay.
And
That's
you,
new.
you should always focus that why these activities can't be done through the automation.
Oh,
So
okay.
why I'm doing this, so you should be innovative and you should be lazy, so that you are finding some different and the new solution of that particular problems. And if that activities can be done by the bot automations, if you can digitalize that,
Hmm.
then you should always invest your times energy there. I think, okay, there are many, but of course,
These are the key
considering
ones.
the time constraint, maybe I can share these 4 5.
Definitely. So, my takeaway from your playbook is be passionate, ready to learn, take whatever comes to your way, understand the business, and most importantly, take care of your health so that you can take care of the rest.
Yeah.
Okay, Nitin. So it's time to move on to our next segment, which is
Mhm.
Unfiltered Nitin. So there are light questions that we have kept, and this will be a rapid fire round. So you need to be quick. So are you ready?
Is there any option?
No.
Yes.
If you love. All right. So if a biopic were made on your life, what's the title and who will be playing that?
Mhm. It can be balance sheet to boardroom.
Okay. Interesting.
And who can play that role is maybe Rajkumar Rao,
Rajkumar Rao is your favorite
because
actor.
not my favorite, but whenever I see his movies, it's seems more natural
Mhm.
and passionate, very hardworking. So I can resonate that.
What is tougher to close? Books as a CA or a deal as a CEO?
I think for sure the deal as a CEO, because the numbers don't revert back. How the people do.
What is your superpower that keeps you, going? What is the secret?
So the secret is that my mentor, Mr. Ratanlal Jain, he's
Mhm.
just standing it here.
Oh.
So uh, he always, whenever I need his guidance, support. Of course, he's not anymore,
Oh,
And still, I really get his good guidance, suggestions, even after his death.
interesting. One meeting that should have been a meal.
I think all the meetings where there's no outcome, when there's no outcomes, many a times it happened that the meeting ends with the discussions that let's meet again.
Oh.
So I really hate such meetings where the outcome, there's no outcome, and when we are just setting the another calendar for the another meeting.
We'll take care of that and we'll ensure that we'll not do it. Okay. After a long day, Netflix, numbers, or a nap?
So the coffee with silence.
Oh, there's a fourth option.
Yeah.
Okay. Your family version of your CEO title at home.
I think for my kids and for maybe Priya, it's chief everything officer from Wi-Fi to the washing machine.
Oh. Wow. Do you get Monday blues or do you get Monday boost?
So it is Saturday blues
Oh.
and Monday boost.
So you don't like weekends, seems like.
I hope Priya will not see this.
A leadership mantra that sounds good in theory but doesn't work in reality.
Yeah, it's a controversial question. Uh, I think the open door policy, where
Oh.
the people feel threatened if they are entering into the cabin.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. What's one thing that your team doesn't know about you yet?
So I have one internal group created in WhatsApp, which
Okay.
is password protected, and
Okay.
I, I generally write all my emotions there in that WhatsApp group.
Oh, wow. That's something that you're knowing for the first time. If success had a soundtrack, what song plays when you walk into the office? What will the background music?
Uh, so if you heard that, which is the song of Sanju,
Mhm.
which is Kar Har Maidan Fateh.
Interesting. If customer, cost, and culture were subject, which one would you ace and which one would you skip?
I ace customer
Mhm,
and I skip cost
mhm.
because customer is priceless.
Wow. And finally, one tweet length advice for every young professional listening to you today.
Connect yourself with purpose.
So that's the wrap of our rapid fire round. Thank you so much, Nitin, for joining us today. And this was the conclusion of Converse with Pro 19th episode, which was amazing. And my takeaway from this is, of course, lead with a purpose, take care of your health, automate wherever you can, be lazy. So thank you for tuning in. If you really like the video, please like and subscribe the channel and stay tuned for our further episodes. Thank you. Thank you, Nitin.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Shreya.